Hello everyone, my name is Julian C. I'm the VP Internal Affairs of NSOC, and I'll be going through the Fall 2020 Lab Fund Request form so you guys can have a better idea how to use it. So obviously here we have the requester information. Here we have your name, your contact information. If you have a faculty, you can ask for them to fill it in. If you have any more people, you can fill them in here. And below here you have the request information, where if you're in a design group, you would select here. If you're in a club, you'd click here. If you want lab equipment that's going to be staying in the lab for the foreseeable future, you click this. For money aside for future consideration, you click here. And actual repairs and restoration costs, I doubt you're going to be using that. So most people are going to be clicking design group, and there's no conferences, so you click equipment. And here you have your course, and I put 41X and machine design here. If you have another course, you put other, and you have to click here and specify what course. If you're within these two, you click that, and then you enter your group number. Here, obviously, this is a test. You're going to have to add some more detailed information. You'd fill out the reason for your purchase, how it will actually impact the body, and what you're going to do with it, how you're going to store it, any safety concerns, as well as any other possible ways of funding. So you're going to need to look through that. And here we are at each item. So obviously, there are separate sections for each item. So if you ask for a nut, you're probably not going to ask for just one. You're going to ask for multiple. So that would just count as one item. So here I just put motor because that's generic. And then you put on the supplier, the reasoning, the reason of impact, and then you'd put consumable. It's not consumable, but test. You put the item cost, which would be how much it's worth, the amount to ship it, as well as so taxes would be included under cost, and then you could also have any other different currencies here, and then you have a quote. Obviously you need a picture of it, and then here would be item 2. I selected retrievable equipment this time, so I chose bevel gear, and you select where it came from, and then your reasoning. I selected retrievable equipment. And then there's some new sections you noticed here called item weight. That's going to be shown later. You have obviously the item cost, amount of how much you're ordering, the shipping cost, other costs, so taxes, and then you'd have your quote. So because we're in quarantine, we added this new section for retrievable equipment because we don't know where the equipment is going to be after our guys are finished with it. So that's where the weight comes in. So whenever you select a retrievable equipment, it will tally up how much you purchase, and then you're going to subsection some funds to ship it back to the Guelph Engineering Society. So it will have the weight here, and then this link will take you to a Canada Post website that has a bunch of containers or boxes that can hold equipment that you will probably put your equipment into, that will have the mailer cost and then dimensions, and then you're going to use this information and enter into this website, which is a parcel cost calculator, which would determine how much it would cost to ship it from wherever you are to Albert Thornborough building. Obviously, some people will be in Guelph, and you have retrievable equipment. If you have equipment, you can set this to 0, and it will be okay. And when you submit it, you will get an email, as well as any other person you listed as an additional person, and your co-faculty will get an email as well. And from there, you'll get a PDF, and that will be it.